Hello, this is a really interesting one. I want to, hello, welcome. I want to spend just a short amount of time just running through this one with you because this is big, if you pardon the pun. And just on that, weight is a massive issue. Obesity. So obesity is defined by the body mass index of being 30 or more, and 13% of adults reportedly have this. 13%. Overweight is the body mass index of 25 or more, obviously between 25 and 30. And apparently 39% of adults over 18 have that. So yeah, look at the stats of just those two. That's scary. And 650, the World Health Organization says 650 million people are obese. Isn't that crazy? Welcome to how to finally manage your weight without dieting. Now, this is a crazy thing for me to talk about, but I'm really excited to talk about it. Really excited to talk about it, and it's taken me over 13 years to get to this point to be able to talk to you about it and with confidence. I'm currently, just in terms of qualifications, I'm currently alcohol-free vegan, so I'm really boring, but I'm in the best shape of my life. I'm 51 currently, just pictures there on the screen. So I've never been hugely overweight, but I was 2 stone heavier than I am now. But as you'll find out in just a second, it was what I was doing to myself, particularly with the alcohol, that had the biggest impact on me negatively. So many stories start with something happened, and something happened in my life that I can trace back to 2004, where tragically, my sister died in the 2004 tsunami, the Boxing Day tsunami. Now, obviously a life-changing event for me and my family and hundreds of thousands of, 250,000 other families. However, it wasn't just that made boomf, I'm now going to do this, boomf. It was a gradual thing of appreciating mortality more, but life should be worth living, and what holds us into these kind of unhappy places, that sort of thing. But that I can track things on from that point, and particularly a few years after that. But let me carry on. Your weight is completely, this is what I found, completely in your control, within your control, unless you suffer with this, what I'm going to talk about in just a second. So your weight is completely in your control, and if you're not controlling it, it's just because you're not focused on it enough, or it's not important, you're happy where you are, which is really cool. But if you're not happy where you are, and you feel it's out of your control, then you need to watch this, because this is what I'm going to explain. It's out of your control because of ... this. I found the answer, right? And how to finally take control, which is really cool. But I wasn't looking for the answer of weight. I was looking for an answer about control, because I had struggles with my relationships. I had struggled financially with my business. I had struggles with my confidence. I had lots of different struggles, and I felt out of control, and I could recognize that. So I made it my purpose to really focus on that, because I'm in the world of professional development. I was a coach and a trainer at the BBC. It's been my profession for a long time. And I was stuck, and I could see I was stuck, and I could see it in other people. And it was like the similarities going on. I need to make it my mission to find out what's going on. So that's my purpose, my journey. But it went deeper than I'd ever expected. That's why I'm excited to share this with you now. It's gone deeper. There's 3 blocks I want to share with you that stop us, and stop you taking control, and stopped me taking control, but stop us in life. The first block, okay, is that current solutions don't go deep enough. All right, they focus on the wrong problem. So they're focusing on the superficial, the surface problems, not the deeper problems, and that's where we need to focus. So every approach, excuse me, itchy nose. Every approach, every fad diet, every trainer, and this is a bit of a caveat. I'm not saying every, except I am. I don't know of a single one that focuses on the deeper levels. So all these diets, all these approaches, all these fads, all these things, they assume, quite rightly so, that you can be consistent. Okay, and that's what I found in personal development as well. But once I looked at it in the fitness industry, the health industry, the well-being industry, it's like hell. It goes everywhere. So it doesn't. It assumes you can be consistent, that you can just apply what they tell you and do it. Ping. But it's not that easy for most people. Again, if it's easy for you and you can control it, this isn't for you. Okay, we sabotage ourselves. Okay, we can't be consistent and we sabotage ourselves. So I started to see these patterns everywhere. Like I say, I noticed it in my own life, but in my own industry, but also in the weight industry. And it's like, wow, why is being consistent so difficult? And it is so frustrating. All right. So I've found the driver of why, and that's what I'm saying. This deeper stuff, and I had no idea it was there. And it unlocks everything, all your potential. It gives you the control, kind of like that, like a joystick. It should be like that nowadays. Who remembers the Atari? Anyway, it gives you control of yourself, and to be able to apply all these things in diets, but in all industries as well, in everything in life. It's like holy Maloney. Where did that come from? How come I didn't know this stuff? It's a foundation of who you believe yourself to be and can be in the future. Can I be thin? It's that sort of thing. And you're not even aware of it. Okay, that was the thing. I wasn't aware of it. I call it the mother of all beliefs. And it underpins everything. I had no idea it was there. So I finally feel like I've cracked the code. I've finally had the system. And that's why I want to share it with you. So let me give you an example. Okay, so this is Emma. Emma came to me on my program for anxiety, not for weight. All right, but these obviously are the pictures up here that it's good to look at. And it's like, oh, wow, she lost a lot of weight. She came to me and she said, oh, I know I'm overweight. I need to lose 5 stone. And when somebody says to you they need to lose 5 stone, you go, politely, I'm sure you don't. That's a lot, but she did, and she's kept it off for 2 years now. So it's a great story. But she came to me for anxiety, and that's what my core program was. Aimed at one of the core things. It's like, right, what's anxiety isn't the problem. There's something underneath the anxiety. And the program helped to get control of anxiety. She had really severe anxiety, almost killed herself because of anxiety in a crash because she was so panicked, and the panic attacks and all that sort of thing. That I can tell you that on another time. But it was severe anxiety. She managed to get control of her anxiety. And once she had this control, I'm going like that, she got, wow, I can apply this to my weight loss. She had tried Slimming World 3 times and failed and got worse and heavier each time. It was really damaging. Now, there's nothing wrong with Slimming World. In fact, she proved that because the 4th time she went back, having done the program, she was like, I'm in control. I can do this. I can apply this now. And she did. And she became the woman of the year. She had to do a talk, and I helped her kind of with the talk, and she made everybody cry. And then she went on to do the tour bus, the national tour bus, spoke in front of 600 people. It was an amazing transformation, given first of all, that she had anxiety, conquered that, and got in control, and managed her weight. She managed her weight down 5 stone. Everybody was saying, that's amazing, you look amazing, you've lost so much, how have you done it? And she said, it's this course, it's self-esteem, it's what I was, the mother of all beliefs, it's what I was, it's amazing. You should do it. And they go, and kind of gloss over and go, okay, but how do you lose the weight? What did you do? So they just stop. So they didn't understand it, but I get that. I get why people don't understand this stuff. That's why it's so important for you to understand this message. But not only that, she took her power that she'd never taken before. She took her power, stood in her power, and she changed the relationships that she had because she was a doormat. People would walk over her, take advantage of her kind nature. And she took that back. She transformed so many of her relationships, became so much happier. And then because we all have a skill, don't we? We all have superpowers. Her superpower, my superpower is coaching. Her superpower is organization. She had a past in the corporate past and being uber organized. And she could see that wasn't my superpower. She came and offered to help and helps out on the group and in the group and with me personally. And then with support from me and everything along the journey, and her doing some training specific to the approach I take, she's actually part of this journey now. She's part of she's the accountability partner on this pathway. So it's a lovely story of transformation. But I must keep going on in terms of time. So that's the first block. Current solutions don't go deep enough. They focus on the wrong problems. It's like anxiety or weight, but actually there's something underneath. All right, the mother of all beliefs. Okay, number 2 thing that stops us in life. There's something wrong with us. All right, there's something wrong, and we believe that, and we've got lots of evidence from the past about like, I know why I'm this, I'm that, and I know why there's something wrong with me because of this. I'm not that. I'm not good enough. I'm not worthy. I'm not. I'm ugly. It's everything. Okay, we believe that like solid. Now, 95% of diets fail. Does that surprise you? It probably doesn't shock you. You probably know that intuitively. Yet we think, oh, this will be the one that works, and that's maybe why, because everything else fails. The stats are out there, okay? 50% of gym members quit in the first 6 months. Does that sound familiar? It's that quitting thing. It's that, but what does it mean? What are we making it mean? That's the key. We self-sabotage. It's a way we react to the struggle when things get a bit difficult, which they will, when you're resisting things that your body's telling you want to do, either not running or eating stuff that's not good for you. We fold when things struggle. And why is that? Why do we emotionally eat? Well, it's to make ourselves feel better. We understand that, but it's on a subconscious level. So how do you solve the subconscious if you can't see it or feel it really? You just find yourself doing it. Oh shit, I just ate that. Why did I do that? And Emma actually suffered from emotional eating. She'd eat bags of crisps and then realise that it's like, oh shit, she'd almost come out of a haze. And it's like, oh my God, I've just eaten all that. How did I eat all that? Eating disorders. My ex-wife was bulimic. I have a lovely, big, she had this thing about roast meals, would love to feed the family. And that was kind of giving love in a way. Yet there was this self-loathing aspect of her that to have all that food inside her that she spent hours doing, she felt better by getting it out, which is awful. But it could be the other way around. It could be anorexia, and not putting the food in makes you feel better. There's eating disorders are so complex, but they make feel better. Mine was alcohol. Okay, this is coming back to this thing. I felt better through alcohol. Even if I was training or something, I wouldn't give up the red wine. No way, because there was an aspect of me that felt bad and was soothed by the drink. And I was drinking at least half a bottle of wine a night. At the weekend, I'd binge it more. It wasn't social, it wasn't going out. It was all on my own, drinking solely to make myself feel better. And I didn't want to admit that it was ruling me in the way it did. So all this stuff, all this self-sabotage, how we react to struggle, it's all there. And it causes the yo-yo effect, that yo-yo diet. It's all there, and it's so damaging to see yourself go up, try efforts, and then go back up on the weight, and it's what stops us. This mother of all beliefs, right? This is what we have to change, this mother of all beliefs, and it's up here. Yet each one of us is unique, and I found mine. I was shocked. It was like quite simple in a way, but I was like, well, how do I work that backwards? How do I help other people? Because how do I make a system from it? But because I had a program already, but this is new depths. It was like, oh, I need to add this in. Yet there's a structure to it. So when I worked mine backwards, it's like, okay, there's key points. And that's the six-step system that I've got in my program. Okay, just to find your story, it's called, the document. So here's an example. Trina from Norway, gorgeous lady. She couldn't do it for herself. She couldn't do the weight loss for herself. She couldn't put herself first, and it's such a common theme. She just couldn't put herself first. Yet with the accountability with Emma, and everybody loves Emma's story, but actually with accountability, she said over time she found herself going from doing it for Emma and literally sending pictures of her on a walk, and lovely, scenery from Norway, sending Emma a picture of me on my walk, of Trina on her walk. She said she noticed this transition from going from doing it for Emma, she must doing it for Emma because she's made herself accountable to do it, to this transition to actually doing it for her, and actually being able to do it for her and not for Emma. And it was like, wonderful, finally it's happened. So this is a screenshot from the session I did with her. To find this mother of all beliefs, and once we found it, there were three beliefs that we look for, core beliefs, and two of them are like real core beliefs, but one of those three is going to be the mother of all beliefs. And when she found it, it was like, and it should be like moment, and it made sense of everything for her. And she, I'll tell you what it is in a minute, but it made sense of so much for her, and it brought it all together, and it was like that engaged her, that helped her move forward. And what we need to do is obviously from that, know what you're looking for, know your enemy, that mother of all beliefs, and then be able to create one that combats that and focus on that one, create something new to be able to move forward. And that's what we did. So that's block number 2, that there's something wrong with us. There isn't anything wrong with us. We just have this core belief, this mother of all beliefs, that's serving us in a negative way, and we need to change that. That's what we need to change, not the things up there, the anxiety, the weight. It's actually the mother of all beliefs. We're not broken. All right, that's the good news. Number 3, third thing that stops us in life. How am I doing? I'm going quick. I know. The reason I can't change is dot dot dot. There's so many bloody reasons. I hear so many reasons and excuses, and it's a double bind. You know, it goes round and round and round, and we prove it, and then we dig ourselves deeper into the hole that we don't want to be in. It's about want versus belief, and the belief wins every time. You know what I want to be slim, but I'm fat. Right? Belief wins every time. I want to be happy, but I'm disgusting. Belief wins every time. And when I say that, we say the most horrendous things to ourselves, and we probably don't even admit it because we're so used to saying it. But when we verbalize it to other people and put it out there, it's like, oh my God, that's terrible. Do I really say that to myself? Yes. Would you ever say that to anybody else, even an enemy? No. Yet you say it to yourself. It's so damaging, you know? So it's the want versus the belief. And the belief wins every time, and that's what low self-esteem is. That's the mechanism of that's what low self-esteem is. It's a core negative false belief. Okay, actually, I'll put this into to remind me. If you don't know if you have low self-esteem, or if you think, oh no, I haven't got that, or yeah, I know I've got that, take the test. All right, take the button below. Use the link if it's not on this one to take the test because it's 2 minutes. 10 questions, and it's really simple. I don't get to see it. It's completely confidential, and it will just give you a score. So, you know, if it's 15 or lower, then you know you have low self-esteem. So I encourage you to go and take the test because it's completely independent. It's a verified method of being able to do it. It's proof. It's reliable, and it's really simple. So that will tell you whether you have this thing called low self-esteem, because that's this mother all belief. If you have low self-esteem, you have this mother all belief, and then what it is this internal versus external. Internal thought creating and versus external reality, and it always comes up with a reason why you can't. All right, but get this. This is the bind. Can you see what I did there? Hey, clever. We only see the evidence because the internal bit is invisible to us. It remains hidden. All right, until you shine the light on it, and there's my light. If you see my point, so you have to shine the light on your subconscious because you're not aware of it. So you need the right tools and structure and support to be able to do that. All right. Otherwise, it remains hidden to you. The example with both Trina and Emma going through this structure of finding the mother of all beliefs should be powerful. It should be emotional. You know, both of them was like, that's it. That was that makes sense. You know, it goes off like that, and it's like, wow. You know, even if something's simple, in fact, it doesn't mean anything to anybody else, but it means something to you because it is unique and it should be empowering. It's like, now I know this, I can fight against this specific thing because it's the mother of all beliefs. That's all I need to fight against. Then you can do anything. You can change your weight. After that, you can take control. Okay. So I said, well, what were the mother of all beliefs for these three reprobates here? So for Trina, I can't be me was her mother of all beliefs. Now that might mean nothing, but you can probably sense if I can't be me, I can't do anything for me, I can't put myself at. That made sense of everything for her. But to somebody else, you know, that would be meaningless. To Emma, it was recognition isn't love. Now to somebody else, that might make, oh yeah, you know, you're doing things to get recognition, but it's actually still not love. That makes sense, but it might not mean anything to anybody else. For her, it's like, and it made sense of everything. And for me, mine was, I'm useless. Now, that's more of an easy one. You might think, oh, no, you're not, Will, don't worry. And it's like, yeah, saying it doesn't change it because I believe it. Okay, that's the internal versus external. If you believe something, it's rock solid granite. And somebody could say, no, you don't. You know, you're not stupid, Will, blah, 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 la, la, la. I'm not listening. It's literally like that. No, you're not listening. But it underpinned and undermined everything and scuppered me and sabotaged me every time. So once I saw that, I was like, boom. Earth. You're getting this. So those are the 3 blocks, okay? The first one, current solutions don't go deep enough. Focus on the wrong problems. The second one is that there's something wrong with us, that we're broken in some way. You're not. And the third one is that, you know, all the multitude of reasons that I can't change, but it's a double bind. But it's not. It all comes. Everything comes from the mother of all beliefs, and I found the system. And it's in your head, and I've cracked the code. You know, can you see why I'm excited? So how to finally manage your weight without dieting, and it's not coming from a man with a band on his head that's jogging, you know, but I've walked the talk. You know, how long have I been vegan and alcohol free? Over 3 years, in the best shape of my life at 51. You know, so come and join us. Click on the link to find out how. It's all in the Pathway Coaching. And the world needs a solution desperately, does it not? Desperately needs a solution. You've seen the figures at the beginning. So I'm so excited to share this with you because this is a solution that's stopping you from stopping. No, this is the solution. And it's going to solve what's stopping you, what's getting in the way. Okay, so I'd love to find out what your mother of all beliefs are, to really get you, help you to understand this stuff and empower you to move forward. Come and find out, solve the real problem. Come and find out more. Click on the next video to find out. It's a short video like this one, just to get more detail of how program coaching, pathway coaching works, rather. Pathway coaching, that's what it's called. How it works, what we do, what's involved in it, how much it costs, how it runs, how you can join. But take the test first if you haven't taken the test. There's no point doing this if you haven't taken the test. That's the first step, and the link's there. Okay, I think that's it. Many thanks. That's my last slide. So thank you for the time. Come join us on the next one, and I will see you soon. Many thanks for your time. Lots of love. Okay, bye-bye.